pressure. Committed pressure is trying to overcome a force. As he increases, so do we increase. We don't want that. That is a bad thing to do. What we want to do is have a force at a consistent basis. So if he increases, we convert it. We do not try to overcome it. That's where people will have a hard time. When people are bigger and stronger, they push them so hard. Most people have to back up. That's because they're pushing into it. But if he pushes it hard and I convert it, I don't have to back up. I turn him. I took this excess force and I created a torquing on the side. So you can see, even if notice how I didn't have to bend, because in the beginning, his hand didn't break my structure, so now he did. Okay? Now, I can make it lighter and make it on the slightest touch to turn. That's up to me. That's up to you to pick the amount of structural integrity that you want. And then bend only if he exceeds it. If he doesn't exceed it, you don't need to. It's not a necessity. Okay? It's optional, but it's got to be to the point where he evens your energy or is greater. It cannot be less. If you try to do it at a less state where he gives me less energy and I pulled away and that force can accelerate and hit me. So a Bong Sao is not something we want to just throw into because it can hit us. Bong Sao is something we turn into because of his energy. Now, we can also add energy by creating a force. Like if he didn't do anything, this is an advanced technique, but if he had his hand steady and I could redirect it and I didn't feel strong and I still want to bomb, I create energy by stepping. That's how I increase pressure towards him. And I create the bomb from the step. And then, therefore, I can now create a flow from that. Okay? So, when we do the Bong Sao drill, okay, like I said, clip him. Think of bending and clipping him. And if you're not sure how to torque your wrist, there's a video that we did called the Bong Sao video. If you watch that, it'll help you understand the wrist, how it relaxes, how it curves, how it circles like a round ball from the fingers and the wrist as well, not just the fingers. This goes nowhere. If you did this and he laps me and I just did this, I can't get around him. I must go around the arm. And by doing that, as he punches me, I can now intercept him. The key is not to try to resist your opponent, okay? The key is just let him pull you and go wherever he tells you to go, okay? So when we do this, you can see how my energy drives forward, but you don't see my body pushing in. That's when you know you're wrong. If you have to lean in like this, you did it wrong. Forward energy is from what we do from the wrist. So it's like this. So when we go like this, you see my energy's forward. I lop him again. So now, the other hand, as we do this, okay, makes a woo. Just make a woo. You don't have to press, you don't have to push. You need to control before you act. Because if you act without control, if I'm like, don't have the bond, and I'm like it, and I throw, I can commit my energy forward, and he can turn. So we want to take this energy. If we were to do this in motion, go ahead. So see, my hand just turns itself. Notice how I connect. And what happens is the woo sound, when I make the bomb, as my bomb goes up, so does my woo go up. Notice how I connect with that.